Welcome to EJH British Cars. Well, it's been rainy the last couple of weeks. We've been having atmospheric rivers, which is good. We need the rain, but it gets a little boring. And the few days we've had in between have been grinding and welding. It's not very interesting, so I haven't really made any content for you, but I thought I'd give you an update on the car. As you recall, we had removed the floors the last time we gave you an update, and we're just starting to replace the frilly bits. So we had done this bit before, and I've come around the corner here, put new bottom in, and then this is a whole new section in here. And I've extended the B and the A posts because they're rounded off at the bottoms. And as you see, I've got the new side rail in here. So the next thing is I need to fit in the new rocker panel here because it's a little long. It's got to be trimmed, and that's how they make them, because it's easier to trim stuff than to make it longer. Also cut out this section, and I've actually bent up a new piece, but haven't installed it yet. And we'll still need to do this bit in here, so that's kind of frilly. I've been kind of thinking about this section. This is really rusty, so there's actually two different panels here. This outer edge is part of the inner fender, and it wouldn't be too hard to replace that edge, but this, call it the dog leg, it's flat here, but it rolls up here, but it also curves off that way. And as you can see, the bottom is just, I don't even have a reference point, it's just gone. So I don't know, I may play with that a little bit, see if I can make up a piece, because these are fairly expensive. I think they're about $260, $270 a piece. And they actually run up through here and join there. And whether I would bother to do that, I really wish I made just a repair panel right here, but I've not been able to find one. If I could find a repair panel to about there, I'd buy it in a heartbeat. So I still haven't started on the other side, but it's been really handy to have that as a reference point. I also went to Harbor Freight and picked up a stretcher and a shrinker, and this tool, or I suppose they call it a tool stand. It's really more like for grinders and stuff like that. But it's actually pretty nice. It goes about $40, $39, something like that. It's actually somewhat adjustable. The height is set, but you can make it wider by about 4 inches or more, and also a bit longer by about the same. But it's very sturdy. It's, I've been pushing on it and banging around, and it's just been really good. The piece of wood is on the top did not come with it. It's just something I had laying around the shop, so did that. And I've been using the brake quite a bit. I tell you, I've used a big proper, 36-inch with a big step handle and all that stuff brakes, and those things are wonderful. And this is nowhere near that kind of performance, but it is way better than using a vise and a couple of pieces of angle iron. And it's so much easier, particularly when you're just doing small bits. Does a nice job. And I've been using fairly heavy gauge steel. One thing I did notice, I didn't never notice before, but the edges that the clamp down piece are actually tapered. So it works a lot better if you put the big taper down, at least on stuff that's going for, most of the stuff I'm doing is going up to 90 degrees, so it lets you come past 90 a little bit, and then it goes back. Also upgraded to a bigger tank on the welder, so it's kind of nice. It's one nice thing is that the shutoff valve's way up here, so I'm having to bend down for it. And of course the Miller 211 welder, which I bought a couple of years ago now. It took a little while to convert it. It was set up for 30 wire, 0.030, and I think I've got 0.023 in it now. So I had to change the roller and reset the tensions and all that. But it works very nicely. It's just so much easier. And we've been using the spot welder, just tucked away in down there. It does such a nice job. I mean, I had never really used one other than, I spent some little project I had back in 7th grade, which was a very long time ago. But I got it adjusted up, and it's really nice. The last thing I used it for was to put that rail into the car. So this portion right here, you can get the clamps on it with the welder, and welded that in. It was so much easier because this it took a long time to set this up because it had to be the correct distance there. It also had to be the correct height for the floor to fit in. And also you have to look at the angle of this is, because these pads should, basically be horizontal. But the thing is, I'm sure the car's quite horizontal, but you can project it across and does it meet up with that lip. So by the time you get all that done and all the clamps in, it was really easy just to slide that spot welder in and tack it in. And then, that got the one end tied down, and then went through and welded the rest. And there's still more welding to do, but it's roughed in for now. And if you looked, I did a video on this. Is my new charging cabinet. It's been really handy having all these out here because I've been using battery operated tools. And it's nice. It's just right here instead of running into the house and back. And I've also been storing a couple of the air things, the air blow gun and a little regulator, because there's the air line out from the compressor. But really happy that I took the time to do that. Well, it's starting to rain again, so I want to get back inside the house before I start to melt. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and share, and we will see you next time.